To find the confidence interval, you need to use the formula x bar minus the margin of error is less than mu is less than x bar plus the margin of error. And this formula here is the formula for the margin of error. T sub alpha over 2 times the sample standard deviation over the square root of n. In this video, we're actually going to be using the calculator, but if you want to do it by hand, you'd have to use these two formulas to find the confidence interval. So let's look at our first question. In a test of the 80 weight loss program, 40 individuals participated in a randomized trial with overweight adults. After 12 months, the mean weight loss was found to be 2.1 pounds with a standard deviation of 4.8 pounds. So for part A, what is the best point estimate of the mean weight loss of all overweight adults who follow the 80 program? Well, the best way to find the best point estimate is just find the sample mean, the x bar. In this case, 2.1. So the best point estimate is 2.1. That's all there is for that. Simple and easy. Next, we're going to construct a 99% confidence interval to estimate the mean weight loss for all subjects. So to find the confidence interval using the calculator, we need to know a couple things. First, we need to know what x bar is, which from the previous one we already know, 2.1. We need to know what S is, the sample standard deviation, and we can see from the question up here that it is 4.8. And then we also need to know what N is, so how many people are in this sample, and that is going to be 40 people. And finally, the easiest one, we need to know the sea level. And that sea level is given to us in the question is 99% confidence. So sea level is 0.99. Once we have everything, we're actually just going to bring up our calculator and let it do the work for us. So here's our calculator, and this is where you need to go. You're going to go to Stat, over to Tests, and since we're dealing with t values because of the margin of error, we're going to go down to t interval because we're looking for an interval, a confidence interval, and we're using t's because we do not know the population standard deviation. So we use t interval. Hit enter, and we're going to put in our statistics, not data. Data is just a bunch of random numbers. Statistics is what's given to us within the question. So x bar 2.1. SX, so SX is still just the S value, so 4.8. N is the number in our sample, 40, and our confidence level is going to be 0.99. So down to calculate, it'll think about it, and then it's going to spit out an answer at the top of 0.04484 to 4.1552, and I'm going to round to 3 decimal places, so it's going to be 0.045 to 4.155. And this here would be our 99% confidence interval. So we'd be 99% confident that the true mean weight loss is between these two values. Now the last part is, what is the margin of error? Well, we didn't need to find the margin of error to get the confidence interval, but what happens if you still need it? Well, you can go through and do the formula like we did up top, or what we had up top to get it, or there's kind of a roundabout way. What you can do is just take your two values in your confidence interval, subtract the biggest from the smallest, and divide by 2. So 4.155 minus 0.045 divided by 2. And when we do that, we're going to get 2.055. This number here is the value for the margin of error. So you can have done the formula up top, this formula right here, to get the margin of error rounded to 3 decimals, or we could just take the confidence interval, highest minus lowest, and then divide by 2, and that will also give you the margin of error.